Hey there, true believers. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the Marvel Universe, beyond the big names like Spider-Man and Iron Man. Today, we're shining the spotlight on some of Marvel's most intriguing yet lesser-known characters. That's right, we're talking about Darkhawk, Blind Al, and a few other hidden gems you've probably never heard of, but definitely should. Marvel's universe is vast and filled with thousands of characters, each with their own unique stories and abilities. While the Avengers and X-Men often steal the show, there's a whole world of obscure heroes and villains waiting to be explored. So what makes a character obscure in the Marvel context? Well, these are characters who haven't gotten as much mainstream attention, perhaps appearing sporadically in comics or overshadowed by their more popular counterparts. Today, we're diving into the backstories, powers, and roles of these fascinating characters. Buckle up, because we're about to journey into the unknown corners of the Marvel Universe. Darkhawk. First up on our list is Darkhawk. Now, some of you 90s kids might have a soft spot for this guy. Darkhawk, aka Christopher Powell, made his debut in Darkhawk #1 back in 1991. So what's his story? Chris Powell was an ordinary teenager until he stumbled upon a mysterious amulet in an abandoned amusement park. Because where else would you find something like that, right? This amulet allowed him to switch places with a powerful android located in another dimension, effectively transforming him into the armored hero known as Darkhawk. The Darkhawk armor is no joke. Initially thought to be of alien Shi'ar origin, later revelations connected it to an intergalactic organization called the Fraternity of Raptors. Yeah, it's as cool as it sounds. Created during a time when edgy, armored heroes were all the rage, Darkhawk fit right in with the extreme vibe of the early 90s comic scene. But beneath the armor, Chris struggled with typical teenage issues: family problems, school, and the challenge of balancing a double life. Classic superhero stuff, but with a cosmic twist. So, what can Darkhawk actually do? Let's break it down. The Darkhawk armor grants Chris a slew of impressive powers. First off, it's equipped with energy blasts fired from his chest, known as the Dark Force Blast, which can pack quite a punch. He also has a force shield, retractable claws, and a grappling hook that lets him swing around like a certain web slinger we all know. The armor enhances his strength, speed, and agility to superhuman levels. He can even fly, thanks to the glider wings built into the suit. One of the more intriguing aspects is his ability to heal by returning to the other dimension and swapping out damaged parts of the armor. Talk about a handy feature. Over time, Chris discovers that the amulet is linked to the Fraternity of Raptors, unlocking even greater powers and a deeper connection to the cosmic side of the Marvel Universe. His abilities evolve, and he gains access to the Raptor amulets, which significantly amp up his power level. The complexity of his powers adds layers to his character, making him more than just a guy in a suit. Darkhawk isn't just a lone wolf. He's crossed paths with some heavy hitters in the Marvel Universe. He's been a member of the New Warriors, teaming up with heroes like Nova and Speedball. This affiliation put him on the front lines of several significant events, including Infinity Countdown and War of Kings, where he played crucial roles. He's also interacted with Spider-Man. After all, who hasn't at this point? Their team-ups are always fan favorites, blending Darkhawk's edgy demeanor with Spidey's quips. Additionally, he's worked alongside the Avengers and even the Guardians of the Galaxy, showcasing his versatility as a character who can operate both on Earth and in the cosmic realm. As for his future, there's been buzz about Darkhawk making appearances in other media, possibly even the Marvel Cinematic Universe. While nothing's confirmed, fans are hopeful that this underrated hero will get his time to shine on the big screen. Whether in comics or beyond, Darkhawk adds a unique flavor to the Marvel tapestry, bridging the gap between street-level heroics and cosmic adventures. Next up is Blind Al, one of the most unconventional characters you'll meet in Marvel Comics. Blind Al, whose full name is Althea, first appeared in Deadpool Vol. 1 #1 in 1997. She's an elderly woman with a mysterious past, including hints at involvement with British intelligence during World War II. Intriguing, isn't it? But how does she end up connected with the Merc with a Mouth, Deadpool? Well, their paths cross under less than pleasant circumstances. Deadpool imprisons her in his home, ostensibly for reasons tied to his mercenary missions. Despite being his captive, Al isn't your typical damsel in distress. She's witty, sarcastic, and often stands up to Deadpool, sometimes outsmarting him in their mental sparring matches. Her backstory is shrouded in secrets, and Marvel has only teased bits and pieces over the years. This air of mystery adds depth to her character, leaving fans curious about her true origins and what she's fully capable of. The relationship between Blind Al and Deadpool is, well, complicated to say the least. It's a bizarre blend of captor and captive, mentor and mentee, and at times something resembling a dysfunctional family dynamic. Deadpool keeps Al confined to his home, but they share a rapport filled with dark humor and banter. Their interactions are some of the most entertaining parts of Deadpool's comics. For instance, they engage in pranks that range from hilarious to downright cruel. Remember the time Deadpool filled her room with sharp objects as a joke? Yeah, not exactly your standard comedy, but it fits their twisted relationship. Despite the oddity, there's an underlying sense of mutual respect and care, though they'd both probably deny it. Al often provides Deadpool with much-needed reality checks, calling him out on his more questionable decisions. In turn, Deadpool shows a protective side towards Al, especially when others threaten her. It's a strange, codependent relationship that adds layers to both characters. Blind Al might not have superpowers, but her impact on the Marvel Universe, particularly within Deadpool's storyline, is significant. She serves as a grounding figure for Deadpool, highlighting his humanity amidst all the chaos and fourth-wall-breaking antics. Outside of Deadpool comics, Al has made sporadic appearances, offering support or dropping cryptic hints about larger events. Fans appreciate her as one of the few people who can hold her own against Deadpool's unpredictable behavior. She's also been a subject of fan discussions regarding representation, as an older, visually impaired woman playing a crucial role in comics is relatively rare. Her portrayal brings attention to themes of disability and the complexities of human relationships in extreme circumstances. While she hasn't appeared in the Deadpool movies yet, many fans are eager to see her make the jump to the big screen. Imagine the on-screen chemistry that could unfold. Blind Al's character reminds us that you don't need superpowers to make a mark in the Marvel Universe. Sometimes, sharp wit and a strong will are more than enough. Sleepwalker. Let's talk about Sleepwalker. Debuting in Sleepwalker #1 in 1991, this character hails from the Mindscape, a dimension that borders the minds of all sentient beings. The Sleepwalker is a guardian of the Mindscape, protecting it from evil creatures that invade human dreams. His accidental arrival in our world happens when a college student named Rick Sheridan encounters him during a dream. Due to a mishap, Sleepwalker becomes bound to Rick's mind, emerging into the real world whenever Rick falls asleep. Talk about a weird roommate situation. Sleepwalker's abilities are as mysterious as his origin. He possesses warp gaze, which allows him to reshape physical objects by mentally altering their structures. Pretty handy in a fight. He's also incredibly strong and durable, impervious to many forms of physical harm. His connection to the dream world gives him unique insights, making him a formidable opponent against nightmare entities. Sleepwalker's missions often involve combating surreal threats that blur the lines between reality and the dream world, adding a unique twist to superhero adventures. Slapstick. Ready for some cartoonish chaos? Enter Slapstick. Steve Harmon was an ordinary teenager until he followed a clown into an alternate dimension at a carnival, because that's always a good idea. An accident in this dimension transforms him into a living cartoon character, complete with all the zany physics you'd expect. Debuting in Slapstick #1 in 1992, his stories are filled with slapstick humor, hence the name, and over-the-top antics. He's not just breaking the fourth wall, he's obliterating it. Slapstick's powers are straight out of a Looney Tunes episode. He has an indestructible, elastic body that can stretch, squash, and reform, making him practically immune to physical harm. He wields an oversized mallet and can pull objects out of thin air, a classic cartoon move. His unique abilities make him both a comedic figure and a surprisingly effective hero. Slapstick often serves as comic relief in team-ups, but don't underestimate him. His powers can catch villains off guard, turning the tide in unexpected ways. 3D Man. Last but not least, let's delve into the retro world of 3D Man. Making his first appearance in Marvel Premiere number 35 in 1977, 3D Man is actually two brothers, Chuck and Hal Chandler. During a test flight in the 1950s, Chuck's plane explodes due to a Skrull attack. Hal believes his brother is lost until Chuck's image becomes imprinted onto Hal's glasses. By concentrating, Hal can summon Chuck as 3D Man, a hero with 3 times the physical abilities of a normal human. It's a classic sci-fi setup with a Cold War twist. 3D Man possesses enhanced strength, speed, and senses, all tripled, hence the 3D moniker. He's particularly adept at detecting Skrulls, which comes in handy when dealing with shape-shifting aliens. While his powers might seem straightforward, the duality of his existence adds psychological depth. The brothers have to navigate sharing one body, which creates internal conflicts and unique storytelling opportunities. 3D Man's adventures often reflect the paranoia and sci-fi themes of the 1950s, offering a nostalgic trip for readers. And there you have it, folks. A journey through some of Marvel's most obscure and fascinating characters. From the cosmic adventures of Darkhawk to the enigmatic presence of Blind Al and the quirky exploits of Sleepwalker, Slapstick, and 3D Man, these characters prove that the Marvel Universe is so much more than just its headliners. Exploring these hidden gems adds richness and diversity to our understanding of superhero narratives. They offer fresh perspectives, unique powers, and stories that challenge the conventional tropes. Plus, they remind us that every character, no matter how obscure, contributes to the vast tapestry that is Marvel. So next time you're diving into a comic or watching a Marvel movie, keep an eye out for these lesser-known heroes and villains. You might just discover a new favorite. And who knows? With the MCU constantly expanding, maybe we'll see some of these characters make surprise appearances. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more marvelous content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay super.